This episode is brought to you by Field Notes.
He's a little... Hey, what's up? This episode's brought to you by Field Notes, and today I want to talk to you about how to be yourself. How to be yourself. Relevant. I just got on camera without even thinking about what my physical appearance looks like. How is that relevant to how to be yourself? Well, one trick is not caring what other people think about you. I think that's hard. There's a theory. We figure out what we desire based on what we see other people desiring. It's called a mimetic theory of desire and personality. So maybe if you see enough people who don't care what other people think of them, then you can copy that same kind of I don't care what other people think of me, but you did it by caring about what other people think about. Okay, let's start over here. I want to talk about how to be yourself, okay? I sign off my videos all the time with be yourself, everyone else is taken, which I think is cute, but I think it's also true. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. What could possibly be more meaningful in this world than feeling comfortable in your own skin? Than feeling comfortable, nay, loving, not just being comfortable with, but loving who you actually are. I submit that this may be the entire dream of the healing arts, of psychotherapy and therapies of all kinds. To feel comfortable in your own skin is maybe all that we are seeking. So, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Free yourself from every care for recognition or glory. Ink splatter. By a guy named Montaigne. Okay, think about this. When all around you, the world is telling you who to be. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Ooh, you don't have a six-pack abs? Here's what you need to do to get it, because obviously you need that if you're going to find a mate. Drink this beer, not that beer. The guys who you want to be are drinking this beer. As an advertiser and a mental health sufferer, the world is bombarding you with messages nonstop of who you're supposed to be, of who you should try to become more like, of what's sort of, wrong with you and yada, 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 and how to fix it, okay? Why would you think that you are supposed to know who you are? Why do you think that that's something that's even possible for you? You've been bombarded with these messages for forever. You've lived under expectations of other people since the time you were born. You've already been so many different people throughout the course of your life. Which one are you exactly? I submit that everything you're looking for is just on the other side of who you think you are. Here is who you think you are. But honestly, there are a lot of notebooks here, okay? And this episode is brought to you by Field Notes. This is their Expedition notebook, which is made from tear-proof and water-resistant paper. I keep a little micro pen in there. I'll link to that below. But the tear-proof, waterproof paper makes it so nice to throw in my pocket because I never have to worry about it breaking down. I think they released this originally as a limited edition sort of special order thing, and now I think it's available all the time. This is the one that I've been using now for a couple months, and honestly, it's significantly changed my productivity to carry around a little analog notebook instead of a digital thing. I highly recommend that you try this. Field Notes did sponsor this video, and I am very grateful to them. And when you use my link below, it does support the channel. So thanks to Field Notes. And if you buy one of these, thanks to you too. Expedition series. Expedition, waterproof, tearproof. Okay? Here is who you think you are. I submit that on the other side of that is everything that you're looking for. It's not a huge mountain to cross. It's just who you think you are. You have been patterned by your culture or cultures, okay? You've been absorbed into your family dynamics, right? And you have practiced those sort of molds placed upon you for decades, depending on how old you are, for a long time. You've practiced these versions of yourself. Everybody knows that the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis and becomes a butterfly. A lot of people, maybe most people, know that the caterpillar goes full goo. When they get in that chrysalis, they go full goo. Like, you break one of those open, you're not going to find a caterpillar growing wings. You're going to find complete cellular regeneration. Like, it goes full goo before becoming the butterfly. A lot of people know that. Not very many people know that depending on species, the caterpillar will molt 5 to 7 times in their life. This is something that a lot of insects do. They molt. They leave their exoskeleton. They don't have bones inside their body. They have a skeleton on the outside of their body that's movable. And they have to occasionally break out of it because they're getting bigger. You ever see these like shells of like cicadas around? I'm from California. We never saw that stuff until I moved to Texas. And now there be cicada shells. I wonder if the caterpillar feels that like practiced for that kind of transformation into a butterfly by the molting, because it's got to be weird to drop what you have known up to now as your body. Everything you think you are has been practiced for a long time, has been put upon you by the expectations of others, your culture, etc. Why would you think you know how to be yourself? What if it's not digging and uncovering? What if it's simply stepping into the very next thing and discovering what feels most natural to you? And that over time, these things shift, direct, develop us into a greater and a greater and a greater sense of who we actually are. This is why this Montaigne quote is such powerful technology. I've said a lot of things here, all to get to this point. Some of them I didn't even know I was going to say, which is good. That's my favorite thing. But the idea of getting more comfortable in your own skin, getting more aligned, more centered, grounded, like vertically aligned, balanced over that very natural, soulful version of yourself that we do feel like is in there and needs to munch on new experiences to become itself more and more and more. This simple trick that I'll give you today is simply to put out of your mind every care for recognition or glory. I don't know if that speaks to you. Let me try to break it down why it speaks to me. Because I am insecure, I seek validation. This is not something that's just wrong with me. It's a natural part, I think, of most of our psychology. Of like what a human social animal is. I seek validation. We seek it from our parents. We seek it from the elders and the adults in our life when we're young. We seek it from our peers. We seek it from our mentors. We seek it from our bank accounts and career sort of status and those numbers and spreadsheets that determine what our net worth is or whether or not we can spend big at Costco this week or not. Beyond just the survival of having money in the bank to buy food at Costco, there is this sort of soulful curiosity, inquiry insecurity about like, am I enough? Am I valuable? Am I worthwhile? Am I lovable? Am I good? And I seek glory. I seek validation from others and recognition and glory. So the simple technology of deciding not to pursue or need recognition or glory based on some old Frenchman's idea of how we should live life, you know what I mean? Like, what does this guy know? I don't know. I just thought it was a good idea not to seek recognition and glory, because by nature, almost as if my feelers and tendrils go out seeking it before I'm consciously aware of it. Okay, so as a discipline, okay, prune that back, coming back into here, so much of our pursuit of being ourself is actually a seeking in a subconscious way of recognition, glory, validation. All right? That is what I will say in this video. This pursuit of authenticity is, to me, paramount, central, essential. We can make an AI version of me. There are so many hours of my voice, and I think I could take a few years off and just have an AI generate content for me. Why does that feel less interesting to me? And why do I actually believe it would be less interesting to you? Right? Because I do really believe when I get into my little meat suit nervous system too, and earnestly, sincerely, curiously pursue something live and with authenticity, that just makes it more interesting to your nervous system. How could I remain authentic and turn on a camera? How could I doctor the background, set up lights, and do all of this artifice, and then come to the camera with an idea of a video that I'd like to do, and then come to that same camera with this like need to produce money for my family, so a desire to monetize this shit, right? And still try to find something natural and soulful, you know, earnest and authentic in it, right? And sometimes I think I've failed. But this pursuit of how do you be yourself is something that is, I think, really important. And of course you don't know how to do it. And this being so, as the Buddhists say, so what? Oh, do you find a liberation in that? Like, oh, what if you don't know how to be yourself? And like, duh, of course you don't. I find that liberating. And the simple piece of tech in this video that I want you to play with is put out of your mind any desire, need, craving, reaching, grasping for recognition or glory. Holler in the comments. I'm going to link in the comments to a email list about this topic, authenticity in a modern context, because I think a lot of us are on Zooms and stuff like that, and I think it could be valuable. Anyways, love you. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Thanks to Field Notes. Bye.